Hey, welcome to this trip. We're taking a trip to Onitsha from Ogidi. That's the EN hospital by the right, as you can see. We're taking this trip to downtown Onitsha to see how many things have changed. If you're one of those who've left this area for a long time, you've been abroad or away for more than 20 years, hop on the ride. Let's take this ride together. Let's see the changes. A lot of things have changed around here. Many new things have popped up, buildings, you name them. Hop on the ride, let's take a look together. Also, do you like travel? You like sightseeing? Hop on the ride, let's look around, let's see how things have changed here. Also, while in the ride, we'll be talking about travel. A lot of young people want to travel, they want to seek greener pastures. There's nothing wrong in that. There's nothing entirely wrong. In fact, it's not peculiar to Africa. A lot of Asians, especially Indians, they travel a lot. They migrate to Europe, America, Canada, you name it. They travel to take advantage of higher wages. Even in Europe, Eastern Europeans go to Western Europe. They go there because the wages are far better than theirs. They work and take their money home. When they do the exchange, they do the conversion. They have a lot of money, they construct houses and live large, so it's not a peculiar to Africa alone. Just a reminder, guys, please subscribe to our channel now and enable notifications so that when a new video pops up, you'll be reminded and notified to watch. Also, follow us on Facebook and Instagram too. Thanks. There are a lot of ways you can travel stress-free. Of course, everything has stress, but the stress level is much lower when you travel as a student. A student, sometimes you can, if you're good in searching the web, you can get a scholarship in many countries. And if you're able to get a scholarship, that means your expenses is now reduced. You can be rest assured that your tuition has been paid by the scholarship. You are to raise the money to travel expenses and the little expense money you are supposed to use. Hey, there's this lorry behind this. The driver is driving very aggressively. It's time to speed up. Wow. Okay, so if you're able to get that scholarship, it takes time to process, but you'll be rest assured that you're going there as a student, and if you're lucky, of course, you should be able to verify that before applying for the scholarship. You should be able to verify that the country will allow you as a student to work after you finish your studies. For instance, you've done your first degree and you're looking to do a master's degree abroad, and you get this scholarship. Please verify, always apply in a country that will allow you to work. For example, in the UK, they just recently changed their policy, allowing students to stay for some time and work after their studies. That will help somebody that's hoping to stay as a student after studying. And this is where we will leave our Facebook watchers. Please, if you're watching this video on Facebook, this is where we park. This is where we leave you guys. If you want to continue, please hop over on YouTube. Oh, thank you very much. Okay, then the second way of traveling is of course through marriage. A lot of people think it doesn't work anymore. It still works. It's just that a lot of ladies are hesitant to come to Africa or Asia to go and marry someone and take that person back to the West. It works. It works. Apart from scams, there are a lot of scams online. People using different photographs, impersonating people, claiming other identities to scam people. Apart from that, there are other things that prevent ladies, that scare them away from looking for love Most of the time, it is the experiences of past people who have done that. There are a lot of horror stories of ladies who've gone to Africa or different places from the West to get married to men, and immediately those men get their residency, their residence permit. They always divorce, or they change, they become strange. They begin to question, is this the guy that once loved me? You know, there are a lot of stories like that. These are the most important things that make ladies wary these days, you know. So there are a lot of steps to take. If you are looking, if you are among those who are looking to migrate, to marry somebody, to get married to a foreigner and relocate to the foreigner's country, if you're among those, there are a lot of steps you can take, and there are a lot of things also you should never do. These are things you will do that will scare a lady away. For instance, you never ever tell a lady you love her, or on the second day. Or for instance, you guys exchange messages the first day, you sent a message the first day and you got a reply the same day. Then your second reply, your second message, you are telling the person you love her. No. That's that's totally strange, out of this world. The person will say, is this one love? Maybe this person is looking for something else, you know. It's totally strange to even normal people that you can love and love someone that you haven't met, you just met the person, you know. It's totally unbelievable. So you have to avoid the word love, you know, for some time, till maybe 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Even if you guys are chatting every day, yes, you can naturally think about the person you chat with every day. For instance, if you guys chat 2 hours per day, on the third day, fourth day, even, okay, maybe 2 weeks, you guys continuously chat for 2 weeks, you can start thinking about the person. Both of you can develop that thought process. It's normal. You think about the person, anticipation. What is she doing? Is she ready to hop on? Let's chat. When is she coming online? That kind of anticipation. But you cannot at that stage even start saying that you are in love. Don't ever try to be in a haste. You have to take it easy. For instance, people still up till this day get know each other, get to know people on Facebook, even on Instagram, and also online dating sites, you know. You have to try and brush up in the sense that a lot of them, because of scams, most of these scam messages, they are generic in nature. Most of them are copy the same messages they keep sending to many people. So if you are a lady, you've received such messages, they always sound the same. So if you want to distinguish yourself from the scammers, what you do is you have to drop maybe one liner or 2 liners, you know, make it unique. If you see someone you fancy on the net, you go through their profile, hey, this lady is interesting and she's single, you can just drop a line. You can message the person, drop a line or 2 lines. Not I want to be your friend or blah blah blah. No, don't do that kind of thing. Just pass a compliment. Maybe, hey, nice hair, or nice lipstick, or you know, that kind of thing. Just pass a compliment. And one rule: do not ever send a second message when the first one hasn't been replied. Yes, it doesn't show. It's not professional that you send someone a message. The person already understands that you're admiring her once you pass a compliment. So you don't need to reply, or not really, you don't need to send a second one when the first one hasn't been replied. And you have to be patient, because you don't know if when the person comes online, or when the person, for instance, the person might see the message, might say, who is this person? So some people don't take such decisions easily. So you have to be patient and wait till the person replies before you take it up from there. Then, talking about your own profile, just be yourself. If you're a young man, you've got some biceps and you are a bit muscular, that's what ladies want to see. So what you do is you have to take a photo that shows these kind of features. Take those photos, brush them up, and post them on your profile, so they already know who you are. Yes, they, if truly they like someone that's a little bit muscular, or a kind of macho guy, that pushes your luck up before even you start the conversation. So that is how it's done. Then on the second note, don't be in a hurry to push it. I want to marry you, I want to do this. I don't, no, 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 you don't push it. Most ladies want to know who they are dealing with first, which is totally normal. They want to get a little bit to know you. And when you're doing all those introductions, make sure you are telling the truth, because the truth is easier to repeat. It is repeatable. But if you lie, you might not remember what you said initially when asked again. That's the problem of lying. So you make sure you're telling the truth. Your age, whatever, you make sure you're telling the truth about yourself. Be humble. Then if you are telling everything, the interest will continue to develop, and once it continues developing, it's moving up, then you guys will keep moving up a notch higher, a little bit, gradually. Don't be in a hurry. You will get there. Then even if you think you are what's it called, you are not experienced, you've got a response, you don't know how to handle it, you can drop a comment, or even you can send a private message so that you can receive that there's no problem. Okay. Then another thing to do is to make sure you brush up your grammar a little bit. For instance, if you are not you don't speak well enough English, make sure you can even do that online. There are a lot of websites where you can correct your grammar. That's why it's not good to messages, make them long, especially when you're starting. Just one liners or two liners, you can check to make sure that they are normal. The English is very grammatically that is correct, because what most of these scammers, they don't have good grammar, and because they copy the formats, like they call it, the messages from others. The same errors keep repeating each other. So make sure you write very well. Not that even the English people that taught us English, most of them, they are not they don't speak correct English, but they recognize one where they see. So this is to distinguish from yourself from scammers. You'll be taken much more seriously if the message you sent, you dropped for someone, it doesn't have grammatical errors. Yes, you sort of increase your chances more. The chances of getting a reply increases much more than when you drop a message that contains a lot of grammatical errors, spelled wrongly, and all that. Then, if you are able to get someone, you don't have to make it like a hobby. For instance, you message this one, message this one, message this one. Take your time. If you really put all the kind of effort you need to put, you get replies instantly. Then at a time, you yourself will say, which one will I focus now? Which one will I focus to make sure that it materializes? Then make sure it is somebody you like. You see, it has to start from liking before love. If you don't like that person, that means everything is like it will be built on false ground. The foundation will not be there. Even if it works out, the marriage won't last, and it will be like the same experience others have gotten, that are scaring others away now. Because it's not only scammers, like already been said, it's not only scammers that are making ladies run away from getting to know people online. It is the other experiences that many other ladies have had in the past, where they because of love, they travel thousands of miles to meet their loved ones and eventually get married to them and bringing them over to the West, only for the loved person to abandon them immediately they got their residency permit. This is only applicable to ladies, you know. This is applicable to even men, African men living in the United States, who came as immigrants and became citizens and all that, but still have that attachment at home. You know, most of them came down to Africa to get married, and they brought their wives over. But their wives, majority of those wives, immediately they got their foot on the ground, you know, marriage started having problems. Most of them divorced their husbands, you know, a lot of things. So those experiences are making people, they don't want to go far, especially to another continent to get married. Then the third way of getting traveling, because majority of people who want to travel are young people. Majority of them are not even they don't even have a university education. Yes, most of them they just maybe finished secondary school. They feel their country of origin doesn't have a future for them. They want to move. They want to make a move to a country where there's higher wages so that they can work and start earning money. And most of the time, the people that belong to this group do not have money. They don't even have capital. They can raise capital for a visa, maybe it's from a help or someone, but there's nothing else they can do. You know, the time this kind of travel worked, especially this period of pandemic, is gone. The time a lot of people used to brave the Sahara Desert, you know, get to the Mediterranean, then cross. The time has gone. It's not advisable for someone to risk his life just to get there, you know. But for people who, for instance, who are doing business, who have some capital that wants to relocate to a country where that business can continue growing, or maybe doesn't have, for instance, have enough cash to pay for investment visa program, like a lot of small countries, even big ones do that. Even United States, they have investment visa, where you invest a certain amount of money, and even Canada has that too, and you're given a stay. You have a residence, a permanent residency. You can move over with your family and all that. That one is for the rich. But the target, the major, the population that makes majority of the people who wants to leave, who wants to migrate, those who are not educated, those who cannot pay for school, for instance, to go and search for a school that is cheap. And please do not fall into the trap of, because I want to travel. Maybe even those who can't get admission in schools in Europe or Western countries, they go to schools in places that even in Africa, their certificate doesn't have much value. You know, don't fall into that trap. Use your money for something else. It's even better to school in your country of origin, because getting jobs in your country of origin recognizes your certificates. The schools around your country, they all have their value in your local economy. Instead of going to a country like most Asian countries, unknown countries where people go to study, these countries, no need naming most of these countries. But since this travel chart will have a second part, we'll be giving the ultimate list of countries where you can get to as a student. If you get there as a student, their certificate, the schooling is not school fees, tuition and all that is not expensive, and you can have a value for your expenses, your money's worth. For instance, we'll be giving a full list for that. But in the meantime, the Also in the second video we'll cover the place where you can go as someone, a young person not going to school. You're not going to school, you just want a place you can go and get a job and stay legally. We'll be covering that in the next video. Okay, let's enjoy the ride, and thanks for watching.